The ACI Racing weekend continues here at Imola this weekend. It's 9 right, 12 left, and it's the Italian F4 Championship. We head into race number 1 this week, and it is going to be quite an interesting weekend here for everybody at home. The cars are going to they're currently making their way on the pit lane at the moment. Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you? It's like, Elizabeth, you're on 4 hours. How are you alive right now? My lord. How are you alive? Oh my god. Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you? 7 a.m. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. What? 6 hours? 5 hours? 6 hours? That's not bad. You went to bed at 1 a.m. It's better than nothing. But you've only missed two lots of action. You've missed probably, yep, I'm alive, and that's it. Yep. Well, you've missed Formula 1 qualifying and Formula 2, so you haven't missed much. About 5 hours of sleep. Yeah, well, you can't do much about that, really. But yeah, we're going to get this Italian F4 race 1 underway. You didn't miss much. You literally missed 2 live streams, and they were like 2.5 hours all up. So you didn't miss much. But let's pole position. It went to Gabriel Gomez in qualifying. So Friday qualifying went to Gabriel Gomez there on a stunning lap time. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Unfortunately, I had too much traffic in Q2 and didn't manage to do a good second best lap. Anyway, the team did a really good job. So I just need to say thanks to them because the car was mega into quali. We worked very well every free practice into quali, and we showed the results now into quali. I'm very happy with all the work, and now we need to keep pushing for the race. I think before we need to see how it will be. We will do our maximum in every condition, and we will try to bring the better results as we can.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. We already saw in FP2 we had quite a bit of pace, so I was quite confident coming into quali. Q1 was a bit unlucky with the red flag. I think we could have done maybe a bit closer to P1, but still P2 and Q1 was a good result. And then yeah, a shame to be 5,000 of pole in Q2, but still pole for race 3 is a really nice result. It shows how much progress we made over the year. Like we've had quite a bad season so far, and now we can finally turn it around.
Bondarev has certainly turned his career around so far. The cars are about to head out on the dummy grid here, more or less the starting grid here to meet up with their team. And the green light will go on at the end of the pit lane. But, yeah, I did have some viewers. Thomas came in for like 2 or 3 minutes and said hi. So, yeah, that's good. So, yeah, it was good. But I hope you enjoyed your sleep, Elizabeth. But let's just say you've joined probably the best racing. You've probably joined some of the best. Let's send it now down to Lara Cola, who's having a chat with the ACI Sport Manager.
It's going well because we are here after the race weekend of Mugello, and in Mugello in particular in race 3 we had the race for the first time from the beginning of the season without any safety car, so without any neutralization. So it's good. It means that the drivers are obtaining a good result, are put in place all the teaching from Scuola Federale and from the race official. And also after Mugello we have been to Paul Ricard for another Formula 4 race, the E4 championship, with some of these drivers, also from some new entries. And also in this case we had 3 races without safety car. We know that Imola is a very challenging track, so we cross the finger and we hope to have a very nice race at the end of these 30 minutes. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Lara Cola there. Having a chat with the ACI Sport Manager, which puts on all of these activities, including the Italian GT, the Italian F4, the Formula European Championship by Alpine, which is here this weekend, which we had qualifying for yesterday, and we had race 1, which was quite epic indeed. Can we go another race without a safety car? Of course, that was calmed earlier on today. If you missed Frecker race 1, quite a hefty incident into the barrier for Kim Nakamura, for Hiyu Yamakashi, who ended up in the barrier. But hopefully today we can go Italian F4 without a safety car or without a red flag. But yeah, so hopefully we can go without for today. Would be quite nice to have that happen. Hopefully, yes. Let's turn now down to Lara Cola, who's having a chat with Luca Dono.
With a very strong season, and another plus is the country with having this championship with 27 different countries. It's a very world championship.
So what we can expect from this last weekend?
The place is open and it's possible to attend different driver. Is a very strong race until Sunday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do not understand Italian people. That's something I've never been able to do. But thanks to Lara Cola as well. She's been all over it. She's been speaking Italian. She's been speaking French. She's been speaking English. So she's all over it today. Lara Cola is all over it. She's been speaking all the languages. All the languages have been spoken for Lara Cola, and we thank her for that. She's been on her feet today. She's been hosting the TCR Italy race that happened a few moments ago. Before this, when will the vid be uploaded? I checked and it was like, I don't know how long, like 30 minutes or something. So yeah. But yeah, the car's making their way to the grid. Well, actually making their way through the pit lane here. So trying to get as much tyre temperature in as possible. Going through the pit lane probably won't help that, but they'll get as many laps as possible here. 30. It's going to take long. It's getting longer and longer. Yeah, it is. It's just taking forever. It really. I can't. It's just not speeding up. Not speeding up. Oh my god. Seriously, this video is going to be the death of me. This video is going to be the death of me. On my gravestone, it's going to have Cable Whip Challenge death. That's the death of me. That's going to be on my gravestone. That's very much going to be on my gravestone when I turn 70. It's going to be engraved on my gravestone. Very much. Oh, and there's a car stopped. That is a car stopped heading down the front straight. That is not good. I think that's Luca Samalisto. Stopped on the left hand. Yes, that is Luca Samalisto. Stopped on the left hand side of the track down there on the main straight. Not a good sign. Of course, this grid has nearly 40 drivers on this grid. The Italian A4 grid has nearly 40 drivers. So in qualifying, they split up Q1, Q2. So they split the grids up. Yeah, these drivers have nearly done like 2 laps. So that they're trying to get as much tyre temperature in, but then you're going to be sitting on the grid for 5 minutes, so you're going to lose all that tyre temperature. So they're just doing, obviously, a few operating laps as somebody still gets that car moving, as to whether or not that car actually stops again. He's heading through Tosa, so hopefully he can keep that car moving, because then we might get a delayed start if There we go. So he's back up to full speed. So it was obviously just a matter of refreshing that car. Also, Elizabeth, I'm so unbelievably sorry. My internet. It's horrible. It really is. Okay, I'll get something to eat and a coffee. Be right back. Okay, we'll get coffee. I love how you put coffee in all capital letters. All caps. I love that. I love that. Coffee in all caps. The best I have is a glass of water, which I drank all the way through the F2 sprint. So, yeah. It's now raining outside. That's epic. Not really, but, yeah. Of course, coffee is love. Coffee is life. Coffee is your love. Coffee is your life. We love it. The best I have is a glass of water. And I drank that during the F2 spin, so it was good. But, yeah. In terms of the Formula 1 world, though, Charles Leclerc took pole position. So, yeah, Leclerc taking pole position. Actually, unsurprisingly, to be honest, he said in the press conference that he had no pace. And that was obvious. He had no pace. And somehow found that pace in Q3. So, it was obviously just a matter of the track being, the wind picked up, the sunlight gone away, the track temperature dropped, everything dropped, on that day, so, in qualifying, so, yeah. But we're soon to get underway here for the Italian F4. Race 1, it'll be in about 5-10 minutes time, as the teams make their way onto the grid. The cars make their way onto the grid. We have Gabriel Gomez on the front row of the grid. Here. It's actually been a while. I don't even know who's leading. I think it's Kin Nakamura Berta leading the championship at the moment. And Gabriel Gomez leading, I think, the E4 championships, the Euro 4 championship, they're being led by Gabriel Gomez. So, yes, that's currently what's happening. But the cars making their way to the grid, most of them have been gridded up, and will be, there you go, so getting this race underway in 10 minutes. So 10 minutes away from this race getting underway. But yeah, we're not too far away here from race start. It's nearly a 40-car grid. I think Imola can hold the 40-car grid capacity as the fans flow in here to the Autodromo Edino Ferrari circuit, the home to Ferrari, if you couldn't tell. Imola in Italy, the home to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Let's head now up to the Acci Sport commentators for the pre-race, commiseraries.
Of this Acci racing weekend, also including the Formula Regional European Championship. Speaking of the rookies, let's hear from the young German, Phil Collins Trench.
Phil, you continue your rookie here with the AS Motorsport team, and here first time for you here in Imola. So, are you ready for this race?
Yeah, I'm quite ready. I'm hoping to gain some positions throughout the race because the field is very tight, and also in the long runs and training we saw that we are very good in the long runs, and yeah, let's see where it goes.
Phil Collins Trench, the sole entry for the Slovenian AS Motorsport team, starting back on the 15th row of the grid. One position ahead of the Techno race driver, the Southern Italian Francesco Coppola in car 87. Not technically a rookie after racing in the Italian FX4 series in 2024. We'll try and get a word with Francesco Coppola. In fact, here he is speaking with Laura Cola.
So first year for you two in the Italian Championship, first time here in Imola. So are you confident for this race?
Yeah, I'm very confident. The car is perfect thanks to my team Techno race. We'll go to fun race, go to our face.
Perfect.
Bravo Francesco, numero 87, Techno Race, a lot of support for the third Italian in the field. Emanuele Olivieri, the first of which, second is Ludovico Busso, and Francesco Coppola, who starts back on the 16th row of the grid, in fact. Just behind Phil Strange, where is the Korean Motorsport car. To the right, let's hear from the Ukrainian Alexander Savinkov.
Alexander, so are you ready for this first race? Are you confident?
Yeah, it's been tough qualifying. Honestly, not the best result in qualifying. I mean, in Mugello went from 31st to 12th, so I think we already know what to do.
Good luck.
And up and down here thus far for Alexander Savinkov. Dual nationalities racing with the Ukrainian flag for the RSGP team. Starts a position just behind Francesco Coppola, directly behind Phil Strange. As we take a look at the grid now, Gabriel Gomez starting on pole position, courtesy.
So Gabriel Gomez starting on pole position over King Nakamura Berta and Salim Hanna in P3. Alexander Bondarev in P position 4. Salim Hanna would be quite happy with that results in qualifying. You have Sebastian Weldon, the American sensation, in P5. Reno Franca in P6. Numan Shi in P7, the Chinese driver. Maximilian Popov, the Argentinian, in P8. Of course, quite a long grid here, so it's going to take a while. Emmanuel Olivieri in P9. Maxim Rem, the German, in P10. Alex Powell, the American, in 11. The American sensation, Alex Powell, in P11. Andrea Kostic in P12. We have Kabir Anurag, the Alpine Academy driver of the US racing team, in P13. Bart Harris in P14. David Cosma Christopher, the French driver. Enya Frey, P16 for the Genza Motorsport team. Lucas Samanisto in P17. Dante Vinci, P18. Andrea Charles Dup in P19. Theo Slop in P20 for the Genza Motorsport team as well. So US Racing, Venomous Sport, Pranger Racing, and Genza Motorsport running up that row. Luca Visaliano in P21. David Walter in P22. Kirill Kostov in P23. Alexander Ruta in P24. It's the Matthew Racing team, P22 and P23 on the grid. Emily Gotti in P25, Marcus Seita in P26, Artem Savarukan in P27, Badel U Salute in P28, bottled that name, unsurprisingly. Xavi Herriard, the Italian, in P29, his home race. Phil Collins Strange, which we had to talk to in a few moments ago, 30th. Francesco Pio Coppola in P31. Alexander Savinkov in P32. Guy Albag in P33. Arthur Loma in P34, the French driver. Cornelia Aluka in P35. And Ludovico Bussa, the Asmarinian driver, in P36. We then round out the grid with Peyton Westcott, Nathaniel Berraby, and Ella Luz-Wee in P39. So the American, the German rounding out the grid. So that is the grid for the Italian F4 Championship. We have less than a minute until the formation lap. Can we go 30 whole more minutes without a safety car in this race? We will have to wait and find out. But it is King Nakamura Berta versus who is it? King Nakamura Berta versus Gabriel Gomez on that run down to what is turn 2, the Tamburello chicane. Whoever can get to the Tamburello chicane, whoever can hit that first apex, will be the leader heading into the Villeneuve chicane, Varianta and Villeneuve, and Tosa, and then turn 8, and then you have T9, which is Piratella, which we saw a big crash earlier today with in the Freca race. And then we have Aqua Minerale, which is turn 12. turn 13 and turn 14. Sorry, turn 14 is the Variante Alta chicane. Very, very famous for very many more moves. Hopefully in this race, Ravazzas, which is Ravazza 1 and then Ravazza 2. Many Ravazzas, that is. But of course, no DRS. But there is push to pass in these Formula 4 cars, just like there is in the Formula Regional Europe. I don't think there is push to pass. It's mainly the slipper stream. The slipper stream will be helping you in this race. If you can pull the slipstream off, you could be in a pretty good position. But of course, with Italian F4 today, I think we've got 2 races that are going to be happening. So 2 big races that are still to come. So hopefully we can go a margin into this race without a safety car or a red flag. That would be more or less handy for this race. But we've got 68 minutes. Well, we've got 30 minutes of running. We're scheduled. We are time certain for 30 minutes. 17 laps. And then I've got race 2 scheduled for 5:30. So it'll be about an hour and a half time. But I think we'll be running a bit ahead of schedule. I want to try and fit in the F2 feature race at some point today. Through some point today here. So yeah, I want to try and fit. We're gonna run a bit ahead of schedule. So I'll probably be starting the next race 30 minutes earlier. The Italian F4 next race about 30 minutes earlier. Here for this one. But Italian F4 race number 2. We are expecting action in this one between Gabriel Gomez and Kin Nakamura, which of course they're both on the front row of the grid. So so yeah, back to the schedule. I've pulled the schedule back a little bit. So we're going to be starting race 2 from 4:30 instead, and then I'll fit in Frecker live. So pulling the schedule back a bit. He'll be starting that about 30 minutes earlier than what's scheduled. And hopefully I can, maybe even an hour earlier, because I've got that scheduled for 5:30. So I want like a 20-minute break, just in case something happens with the stream or something. So I've pulled everything forward about 20 minutes for the schedule. I've got Frecker, and then we're doing the Formula 2 feature race to round out the night, which should be quite good indeed. Here, as these drivers get temperature into their Pirelli rubber. Here, quite important for that to happen. Get temperature off the line. See drivers in the background. Squirming around, trying to get ready temperature. Of course, no push to pass. At least I don't think. I don't think there's push to pass. This is the first time in a while that we've streamed the Italian F4 Championship. Good to have it back. Good to be back streaming it, more or less. It's the first stream back. I'm going to try and stream all 3 races, if possible, as the cars line up on the grid. It's between Gabriel Gomez and not Freddie Slater. We have Kin Nakamura, and then Alexander Bondarev, and yeah, so the top 3 there. It's actually a Prema 2, 3, 4 on this grid. Mario Valencia up in the commentary box for you, covering this stream, covering the world feed in case we need him. But the team's watching on in eager. The race soon about to get underway. We will get the lights, and then we will get action. Kin Nakamura. That is Alexander Bondarev fixing what looks to be his helmet. There. So that's not good. This race is about to get underway, and he's got a bit of a problem Alexander Bondarev with his helmet. Green flag, you can see the marshal there at the back. Getting ready, and the lights, come on, we've got a green flag. It's 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. And it's a good start from Gabriel Gomez, not a good start from Kin Nakamura. He'll go side by side with Gabriel Gomez in the background. Everybody gets off the line, and so far, so good. In the background, Sebastian Weldon looking for a bit of a battle there with one of the Prema cars. Does everybody get through the first chicane? It is the Tamburello chicane as everybody kicks up dust in the background. So far, so good. A car being pushed out wide. Very much being pushed out wide, out nearly in the grass. It's Gabriel Gomez, though, that leads this race. Over Salim Hana in P2. Kin Nakamura, Alexander Bondarev, Sebastian Weldon. This is the best start we've seen from Salim Hana. Nearly a second. That margin has been pulled too. There. So far, so good. It's a Prema 2, 3, and 4. With Sebastian Weldon also in Prema as well. Not with the Prema colours, though. Of the red and white. Prema being this their home race. There's a few drivers locking up their left front tyres as they run into Acqua Minerale. And up through the Variante Alta. Using the curbs. Pounding those curbs. Absolutely. And that is to get the best drive out of the corner. Side by sides. Further back down the grids. That is Kostov and Emily Gotti. Running side by sides. Through the Variante Alta. As they now break into the first Ravazza. Now into Ravazza 2. There's a yellow flag out. This might end with a safety car. Who is it? Who is it off the road? If anything, it would maybe be someone at Ravazza 1. Oh, there's contact and big damage. Left rear suspension. Off with someone. That is Sebastian Weldon up the insides. Of, I think... I'm not sure who that is. He's just got up the inside of. But a safety car. And a safety car has been deployed on this opening lap. I think it's Saka El Moshri out of this race. And I think it's his teammate as well. But 2 cars with, well, they're more or less broken. But what a start from Gabriel Gomez. Brazilian getting an absolute stonking start. He leads the Euro 4 Championship to start this season. But a safety car starts this race. Salim Hana in P2. She's the best of the rookies, Salim Hana. In P2, and then Kin Nakamura, Bondarev, Sebastian Weldon, Reno Frontcart, Yuman Chi, Olivieri, Alex Powell. So, Weldon was able to get up the inside of Reno Frontcart. Very, very good move. So that was the move I was talking about there a few moments ago. I think that was Busso and Loimar making contact. So, that's their race over. Busso and Loimar, and that's Peyton Westcott as well. I don't think Peyton Westcott was involved in that, but Busso making contact at Ravazza 1. Hopefully we get a replay of what has happened. But so far so good for Gabriel Gomez. He's been recently really dominant. Ever since the start of the Euro 4 Championship, the European 4 Championship, he's been almost unstoppable. He, of course, that's 3 rounds for the Euro 4 Championship. We've got... Not next... next weekend. Not next weekend, but the weekend after is round 2 for the Euro 4 Championship. But that is where the scene of the crime is. Think, yeah, so one car was able to pull away, the other one wasn't. It was 2 teammates actually colliding through Ravazza 1. I'm guessing it was just down the hill colliding, and sadly there was no coming back from it. 25 minutes to go in this race. 25 minutes plus 1 lap remaining. Gabriel Gomez leading over Salim Hana and then Kim Nakamura Bertha. In terms of the championship, though, it's still Kim Nakamura Bertha. He leads by nearly 53 points. He's got nearly I think it's 28 points. He's got a whole race win ahead of him. Kim Nakamura Bertha. So he can afford to lose a few races. He can afford to lose 1 race and have that 3-point buffer against him. But of course, the only DNF he's had so far is back at Misano in round 1. Really, the only DNF he's had so far. 24.5 minutes to go. .24 minutes plus 1 lap remains in this race. Gabriel Gomez leads, though, over Salim Hana. And then Kim Nakamura Bertha and the safety car will be in this lap. So that was a really quick recovery there from the marshalling crew of the Imola circuit. And the safety car will be in this lap. Really quick recovery from the crews down there to get that car out of the way. And we've only really had 1 lap on the safety car. Well, really 2 laps on the safety car, technically. We're using actually a Lamborghini as the safety car this weekend. It's more or less the safety car for the Italian GT Championship that we have here this weekend. So the Italian GT Championship that's at Imola. We're sharing the safety car, so yeah, but the safety car will be in this lap as the field has been controlled now for about 2 or so laps. Oh god, that's Alexander Bondarev, who's got big damage. How's that happened? And that is not normal. That is the right front off that car. That is, you can see the licorice straps behind, and that car has had big contact. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, so that, ooh, okay. So that explains it. Was that... Okay, so the safety car will not be in this lap. Ladies and gents, the safety car will not be in this lap. There's another car that is actually stranded. Off before just Rovatsa 1. Was that a replay or... That was a replay. But I'm just wondering, is that car still stranded there? Because that's really strange for that to happen. But I'm guessing the safety car will be in this lap. No, it's not. So the safety car will go once again another lap. Here quite unexpectedly, but yes, that's quite unfortunate. Yes, the safety car will go probably 1 or 2 more laps, and the driver's getting consistent tyre temp in. How annoyed do you reckon Elizabeth would be if she missed this? Damn. How long does it take to make a coffee? And something to eat? Damn. I'm guessing she'll probably just have it before she comes back. But yeah, 20 minutes to go in this race. Here with, 20 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And we can continue to be under safety car here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head it up to the Archie Sport commentators and get their information.
Get a glimpse of that in a moment. Now we're being told that Mr. Federico Caridi will pull into pit lane in that, the Huracan. Of course it's a Lamborghini, you can hear it go by. Manufactured in Sant'Agata, Bolognese. not more than half an hour's drive from here in Motor Valley. Cornelia Olkutska out. So this time the safety car will pull into pit lane. There's Emily Cotty going through. One-third race distance completed. Gomez from pole position from P1. Salim Hunter in second place. King Nakamura Berta. There's Sebastian Weldon, who is in P5. The field gun down through Tosa. It is Gomez, Hannah, Nakamura Bertha, Bondarev, Weldon, and Reno Frankot. So the Premier Racing Team 2, 3, 4, and 5. But it is us racing in position 1. This is Peyton Westcott, who has avoided the carnage. The Californian at the back of the pack, right behind a Finn, Lucas Samalistol.
The Brazilian Gabriel Gomez will lead us away off this restart. 18 minutes to go. And Gabriel Gomez goes now quite early and he's caught the field slacking. Good start from Gomez over King Nakamura Berta, who's had an amazing start off this restart. Gabriel Gomez flies down through turn 1. And will make his way through the Tamburello chicane for the third time in this race. This is the third lap, more or less the 5th lap of this race. Green flag. Does Salim Hanna want to try and close that margin? Just a little bit, of course. Salim Hanna sitting second in this race at the moment. Has a bit of pace, using that toe from Gabriel Gomez to try and close up a little bit. We've been racing for 12 minutes and 30 seconds so far. And we've got Gomez leading over Salim Hanna. Everybody's been quite calm off this restart. And as I say that, someone side by side up through Tosa. I love how, as I say that, people go side by side up through T7, just Tosa. And you fray. Hang on. Here, further back down the grids. Our leader is Gabriel Gomez off this start. Sideways, running through Variante Alta. Quite sideways indeed. As the cars drop into Ravazza 1. It's a downhill braking. Got to be careful you don't lock either one of your front tyres up. It's quite easy. It's also, it's rare, but you can lock up the rears as you come into the first Ravazza. The downhill braking is quite rough on the tyres. Newman Chi back down. And Sebastian Weldon going as now. Alex Powell, the American sensation, has got the fastest lap of the race. Sebastian Weldon drops a spot. Drops that car back down into P8. And that was before. And that's also the slipstream. It's working. As you hit the Tamburello chicane. Cars now run through the Villeneuve chicane. Gomez, though, leads this race. Has a chance to bag himself a good 25 points in this one. 15 and a half minutes to go. 15 minutes gone. And we've got still half of this race still to go. We're 20 seconds away from the halfway point as the cars run through Piratella. That curb there, Piratella can easily Piratel, no pun intended, but it can Piratel you into the wall quite easily. Definitely no pun intended there. Half a second, Gomez has pulled, but of course he's punching a hole in the air for the car behind, which is Salim Hanna. And then, of course, King Nakamura Berta, and then Alexander Bondarev in P4. Frey in P5, Sebastian Weldon in P6, Newman Chi. What a start from P12. Making his way up through the grid. Maxime Rem just on that verge of the top 10 at the moment. Kostic in P11. Popov in P12. Maximilian Popov. What an absolute stunner he is. Whoever really gets pole has a really good chance to win this. Gomez has had pace ever since the back end of the E4 Championship. Newman Chi looking for a dive. That was a front left lock up there from Newman Chi as he tried to get that move done on Weldon. He's now going to be able to pressure by Olivieri behind him. It's two Prema cars having a good battle between each other. Sebastian Weldon and Newman Chi. Further back down the grids, bits of contact, and that is not looking good front wing. And another car off the road. That is Alexander Bondarev. Off the road, the number 67, bringing a bunch of gravel and dirt. I think the tyre also has a puncture. Big crash! Oh, big crash. And there'll be a safety car for this because two cars involved, and that does not look good. There was a puncture there from Sata. That was Sata, the Venomous Fort driver. Big puncture and a safety car once again brought out in this race. So, big crash at the back of the grids. We're going to hand it up now to the Archie Sport commentators.
Ram, Andrea Kostic, who's just outside the top 10. Popov, Harrison. We'll try and bring you a replay of what happened in just a moment. It is car 44, Guy Elbag, who's had a tough run in 2025 in more ways than one. Look at the damage. Guy to the left of your screen surveys his car 44 for RSGP. Javier Herrera. This is what happened. So it's coming down the hill out of Curva Piratella. Herrera. This was Marcus Sartor as well. So Sartor goes on by. The exit of Tamborello, in fact, it was. So thankfully it looks more spectacular than the damage actually was. They're parked into the gravel. There is damage. The Mexican and the Israeli both out in Tamborello in race 1 here at Imola this morning. The rear wing of Guy Elbag's car actually still on the car. So the tyre barrier has done its job. Javier Herrera from Mexico and Guy Elbag from Israel out. Joining the list of retirements, Marcus Sartor has rejoined and has not gone a lap down. The final runner down in 33rd position. So a frustrating race here this morning, but Gabriel Gomez is still in position 1. Second safety car intervention. You can see Teo Schropp with the visor open, taking in the view in the fresh air here on the first weekend of August. Round 5, 2025, the Italian F4 Championship. Guy Elbag's car still in the gravel. Great work for the team, from the team here at Imola. Herrera's Jensen Motorsport car has already been taken behind the barrier. So this, again, hopefully will be a quick safety car intervention. Herrera's car off the circuit already. And the crew who worked the recent Emilia-Romagna Formula 1 Grand Prix, not to mention the World Endurance Championship for the hypercars. Speaking of which, there is the Lamborghini Huracan. Safety car being driven here this weekend by Mr. Federico Caridi, safety car driver. A supercar in itself not a hypercar. They were racing in the World Endurance Championship here at Imola, the WEC, back here at Imola in 2026. Maxime Rennes goes through. Emilia Romagna, Imola off the 2026 FIA Formula One World Championship calendar. Or is it? Let's just say some tracks still need to be built, and there's an awful lot of work to be done in the next 12 months. Alex Powell, car 41, behind his Italian teammate, Emanuele Olivieri. Frustration for both the RSGP drivers, who are quick as we go into the final third of the race, have not been able to show it just yet. There are 6 Prema Racing drivers ahead of them. 5 in fact. Hunter in P2. Nakamura P3, still the championship leader. Bondarev, Weldon and Newman Chi, with Reno Frankot, the Dutchman, who won a Paul Ricard in the E4 series. At least one more lap under safety car conditions. Reno Frankot with one of the few clean green laps. Fastest on circuit at 147.695. This is the Dutchman who won in the E4 Championship at Paul Ricard in the south of France a couple of weeks ago. Another lap under safety car conditions. The final third of the race, hoping to go green next time round. Gomez, who has led from pole position from the start. From Salim Hanna, Nakamura Berta, Bondarev, Frankot, Weldon, Newman Chi, who is still the third rookie, the driver from the People's Republic of China, who won outright in race 3 at Monza. In round 3 of the series, Powell goes through in 41, Olivieri in 68. Hoping the graphic appears on your screen imminently. Safety car in, not yet, but it won't be far away because at Guy Albach's car, as the field go down into Tamburello, Guy's car has already been dragged off to the side of the circuit. Popov goes through. He's in P12 from Bart Harrison. Safety car in this lap. We do go green. That is fantastic work from the team here at Imola. World class. You can see Tamburello, the corner which was modified in the aftermath of that very dark weekend 3 decades ago. A very dark history. It is now no longer the same, with the chicane in the middle of it. You know what happened on the first day of May 1994, and indeed 2 days prior to that. The field climbed the hill. It is Gomez to try and sprint to the checkered flag. The safety car to pull into pit lane. Salim Hanna. There's Max Popov goes through. Salim.
Okay, so the safety car will be in this lap this time around. Hello, Max V. How are you? If you're enjoying, hit like button, subscribe. Really help out. So yeah, but the safety car will be in this lap this time around. Of course, this race goes 30 minutes plus 1 lap, but the safety car will be in this time around. As the cars run through the Variante Alta chicane and will drop into the Ravazzas. The Ravazza corners have put on some epic moves within the recent past, as you heard from the ACI Sport commentators saying there that possibly the Formula One Grand Prix will not be held here in 2026, as Gabriel Gomez, the safety car, is in this lap, and he's gone out of Ravazza 1 and into Ravazza 2 goes Gabriel Gomez. Good start, and he's away, running through turn 1. Gomez, good start over Salim Hanna as King Nakamura about to pulls out. They'll be side by side using the draft. Newman Chi and Sebastian Weldon side by side as well. Salim Hanna keeps the position as they run down through the Tumbarella chicane. First time after this second safety car. But Gabriel Gomez keeping that position. Bondarev trying to look around the outside there. Trying to keep the position is King Nakamura Berta. And I think he's just done it. Salim Hanna is being also pressured by King Nakamura Berta as well. It's nearly a 6-car battle as they run up through Piratella. You've got to be brave to go side by side through Piratella and not make contact and not go in the fence. Meanwhile, Newman Chi really attacking the back of Sebastian Weldon. Really doing so. And Weldon really being put under pressure at the moment. 53 minutes to go on a car off. Spinning up at the Variante Alta chicane. So, big contact there. Hopefully he can get going as they continue to go and run down into Ravazza 1. They're all running 2 by 2, and that's an Alpine Academy car off the road in the gravel, possibly with floor damage. That gravel was quite hefty when you go out on it. 3.5 minutes to go, and the battle for P3 is on. With less than 3.5 minutes to go, and it's led by Salim Hanna. And it's going all the way back down to P11 in this race. It's nearly a 9-car battle pack. Bondarev in P4, fighting with Frey, Newman Chi, Sebastian Weldon. Weldon just been overtaken, by the way, by Newman Chi. Alex Powell putting pressure now on Weldon. And meanwhile, Gomez is just out front, chilling. And this is what happens. Car spinning off in the background, being, I think, contact with one of the RACE GP cars. And that sent Enya Frey around up at the Variante Alta chicane. Very famous piece of road with the curbs sending these F4 cars up, and that is not good. That's not a good sight. That is Emily Cotti. Emily Cotti stuck on the side of the road. This might go safety car once again. So the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix circuit is putting on a bit of action for each and every one of these laps. We've gone safety car quite possibly once again. And we do. I think we do. I think we have gone safety car here. Still saying yellow flag, but I feel... so I think the officiating here is doing very well, because we still haven't gone safety car. Just yellow flag at the moment. But the officiating here from the Imola circuit is absolutely amazing. We've just gone yellow flag. So, double yellow will keep this race alive. That is a slowing car in the background. And you got doop, slow in the background. Quite unfortunately. I think, oh no, there's Emily Cotti. So, double yellow, you can't overtake through the Villeneuve chicane. So, no overtaking through there. As they make their way up through Tosa. Looking for a move is Ken Nakamura Berta on Salim Hanna. And yellow flag is clear. So very good job from the marshals down there at the Villeneuve chicane. Maximilian Popov, the Jamaican sensation, has just done the fast lap of the race. He's done on 147.3. Nearly 5 seconds slower than what we saw in qualifying a bit earlier on today. 38 seconds to go in this one. We have Gabriel Gomez leading though. Salim Hanna being absolutely attacked by King Nakamura Berta behind him. Behind Nakamura Berta, Bondarev. As the field calms down once again. The margin is 4/10 of a second. This time around will be the final lap. Most likely, we might get back around for 2 more laps of this race. It's going to be close, but I think we might get 2 more laps. Depending, it'll be to the line, and I think it's the final lap. It is. So we've gone final lap here, and Gabriel Gomez will take us over the final lap. The margin is 0.4 of a second here over Salim Hana, who will score very big points for Prema. Prema leads by nearly 93 points in the team standings. It would be very, very good for Salim Hana, Salim Hana will be the rookie winner of today. As up the inside goes Sebastian Weldon into Tosa, the hairpin. They run side by side on the exit. No, they won't. So Weldon backed out of that. I think Weldon thought that he would have made contact if he kept in with that. Gomez in P1, Salim Hana P2. The margin less than a quarter of a second. Kinaka Mobata in P3. Followed by Bondarev. And then Enya Frey, Newman Chi, Sebastian Weldon, Alex Powell, Olivieri, Maxim Rem up in P10. Very good job. The battle for P10 and P11 between Maximilian Popov and Maxim Rem. 2 Maxims doing battle here at Imola. But the person that is not battling is Gabriel Gomez. He's out in front. He's got nearly 7/10 of a lead to Salim Hana behind him. Gabriel Gomez will win. There's a car off the background back there. But Gabriel Gomez will win race 1 of the Italian F4 Championship. Got on him. He's won the first race back after the break for Italian F4. Sebastian Weldon has had a problem. He's dropped back to P10. And Salim Hana will win the rookie race. Let's see if I can get my words out. Kinakamura at the P3, Bondarev P4, Enya Frey P5, Newman Chi P6, Maximilian Popov P7, Olivieri, Maxim Rem, and Sebastian Weldon, who will only score 1 point out of this race. He finishes P10. Popov, Cosmo Christopher, Harrison, Dante Vici, Jupe, Frey, Savinkov, Visaliano, Kostov, Walter, your top 20 cars out of this race. Gabriel Gomez, though, will win, and they'll make their way back to the pits for this one. I'm from Pakistan. Hello, Jeet Shari. Welcome to the stream. You're a new subscriber. Epic, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Good to see the variety of viewers coming through. I've got some European viewers, I've got Pakistan viewers, I've got American viewers. Yeah. The variety is almost insane, more or less. But race 1 complete. LMAO, my name was pronounced wrong. Jitashiri. Again, I'm horrible at names. Gabriel Gomez, though, wins this race. 13 laps only put in the books. Salim Hana, the rookie winner. Kinaka Morberta, Alexander Bondarev in a front car. Newman Chi is third on the rookie podium. We have also on the second page Maximilian Popov, David Cosmo Christopher, and Pete Robert House and Dante Vinci, Andrea Charles Dup, Enya Frey. On the third page we have Alexander Ruta, Teo Schropp, Badu Alsati, Kaba Unumag, Lucas Samalisto. Geez, these pages are going by quick. Andrea Kostic, Nathaniel Barabi, and nearly 7 retirements out of this race. Wow, that went through quick. In the championship, though, it has gone the way of Kinaka Morberta. He's got a 67-point margin to Gomez. 3 race wins over Sebastian Wilde and Alex Powell. So a big margin in that championship. But it's gone the way all of Gabriel Gomez. He wins race 1 for Italian F4 and will take the honours of standing on the top step of the podium.
Very early in South America. A South American 1-2. Gomez wins again to move into a clear second in the 2025 championship. We'll start from pole position for race 2 again this evening. Will make his way up to the podium, Gabriel Gomez. Following in the footsteps of so many of his countrymen. We remember Gabriel Bortoleto racing tomorrow afternoon in the Hungarian Formula 1 Grand Prix, finishing at 3rd in the Italian Series just a couple of years ago, for taking the FIA Formula 3 and Formula 2 championships. Gabriel Gomez, the race winner, is in pit lane, speaking with Laura Cola.
So an important victory for you, a tricky race with so many safety cars, but a really excellent restart management.
Yeah, it was a very tricky race, I mean, because so many safety cars, so it's very difficult to manage the safety car restart. And then was a little bit of pressure from Salim Hanna in some laps behind me. And then I managed to do a little bit of gap, but then was a double yellow flag, so I need to slow down again, and then they closed the gap. And then, yeah, by then we managed to do a good race, to be honest. The pace was very good through the whole race, and I'm very happy with the victory now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The highlights of race 1 here at Imola this morning. Gabriel Gomez from pole position with a perfect getaway, rocketed off the line. Salim Hanna on the inside second row of the grid. As the outside became the inside, and the second South American took his Japanese Prema Racing teammate to go P2 into turn 1 in the opening stages of the race. And then the safety car was brought out for the first time when the two Viola Formula Racing teammates, Arthur Lorimer and Ludovico Augusto, broke the golden rule. The two teammates came together. Cornelia Olkutska locking up and running into the back of Elia Weiss under safety car conditions. Gomez led away after an extended period behind the safety car. Salim Hanna closing the gap down to 0.4 of a second. And then this, the second safety car incident. Javier Herrera and Guy Elbag out into Tamburello. And the safety car made its second appearance of the morning. The green flag and the sprint to the checkered flag. Gomez managing the race nicely as Kostic was helped at the top of the hill. But the checkered flag came out. And the boy from Brazil wins again here at Imola this morning to move into a clear second place in the 2025 championship. After the first of 3 races here this weekend, the 5th of 7 rounds for this year's series. Ken Nakamura Berta stands on the podium, still as the championship leader. Salim Hanna, the Colombian, in second place. Do Brazil, Gabriel Gomez. A great pleasure once again, Mr. Giancarlo Minardi, who has spent the best part of his lifetime watching thousands of racing cars go on track around the world, and particularly at this circuit. Formula 1 team of his own name from mid-1980s to 2 decades ago presents the trophies to 3rd place Ken, 2nd place Salim, and Gabriel in P1. Gabriel Gomez with victory in race 1 will start from pole position for race 2 this evening. Moves into a clear second in the series behind the driver to the right of your screen, to his left, Key Nakamura Berta. Thank you for watching. We'll see you for race 2 from Imola this evening.
Race 2 will be coming up in about 30 minutes. Hello, Chamil. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. How are you? Hope you are having a alright day. But yeah, that'll be it for Italian F4 race 1. I've got race 2 coming up in about 30 minutes time, about 25 minutes time. So I'll be back then. But I'd like to thank all the viewers that joined. Thank you, Charmel. Thank you, Max V. Thank you, Elizabeth, for joining. Thank you, Soccer Callan. But yeah, you remember Fardia? Sort of. Depends. I mean, there were a bunch of people that joined my stream yesterday. But there were a bunch of people that joined my stream yesterday. So, depends. Depends. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream there. I've got 20 minutes until the next Italian F4 race. So, I'm going to go have a break. And then I will be back for race 2 a little bit later on today. From 4:30 local time. Catch you guys then. Bye-bye.